Yeah, I think so.
This on Sports Center.
Copy. Yes, it is. All right. I'll send y'all the new ones.
Yeah, that's better. Appreciate it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Hey, Curtis.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Carson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. Rolling to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Man,
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
You both. Love running that fucking ball.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it and picking up a 1st down.
I'm leaving for open.
They'll run on 1st down. Okay, it's Carson, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following this. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It felt good to see all the
about a yard deep.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
I've been looking to get that rough on kickers.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns
But
here
yeah,
so
before,
far.
two plays in a
Once
row.
again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
I would have laughed, honestly.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And Dixon has it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. So 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Oh, that's just the formation that I was in. It's a beat down 146.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And time has run out on this first half. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff. And they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Hey, if I would have quit all the motherfuckers in one Jeep,
show them one thing, hit them with something else.
12 yards there to the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
thank you. I like that.
We'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Now, let's start with the Chargers at 3-5.
Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch, and that gives them 8 wins. Actually, having them go 6-2. I think they're going to go 9-7.
Ooh, right there on the edge of the playoffs. Okay, let's stay in the AFC West. How about the Broncos at 2-6 right now?
I just don't see that offense improving. I think that they win 2 more games and go 4-12.
Okay, and Giants 2-6. They're underperforming.
Yeah, but their schedule really lightens up on the back end. They're playing hard. I'm going to give them 6 wins, 6-10.
Lastly, and I might duck under the table when you answer this one, the Falcons at 1-7.
That's a tough one because I wonder about what's going to happen with their head coach. But the pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And that's inside 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. This is Carson. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wilson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Well, the catch is made here.
Yeah, he's doing that too. I'm talking about the way
inside the 15 before they drop him. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Yeah.
From the red zone now.
Man.
1st down.
Curtis
He is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Man, you're a lucky bastard.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Fuck ass perfect.
Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the
He's running
football
around like
back.
that. He don't know what the fuck he's doing.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No, the receiver. The receiver sees him running around.
This is fielded
let
a
me help
couple
him
yards
out.
deep.
Let me block. Oh, shit, he throwing. Oh,
And
shit.
he'll make it across the 20.
Running
As
around
his
like
guys
Johnny
will set up
Manziel.
shop at the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter
Oh,
ends.
no. Oh, no.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
This thing.
A big play that time for Cleveland. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Point it right. Hey, dude.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I can't believe they
On 1st down, Wilson.
Man.
They'll find Metcalf.
You don't stop throwing it to him,
7
bro.
yards, the pickup on the
You
pitch and
don't stop
catch.
throwing it to him.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic.
Oh, shit,
This
you got
guy's
Matt
running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
But see, he ain't trying to be great, though. That's the thing.
check 53. Bound to lose one.
Making great.
Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On the delay, here's Carson.
Man.
He'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Off that bitch up. I know it.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Really?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
The fact that it's a pitch that as soon as you fucking finish the play first.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, now I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Pray you don't miss.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
I'm about to say
big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed to clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I'm going to beat them for the last second field goal just to snatch a couple some things away for the last second.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway.
Bobby Wagner.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with
because if I could have got past him, I had a lot of yards.
You know who loves it? This defense. On 3rd
Bro,
down,
what the fuck?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs.
I know the play you're
running.
running. Like, we shouldn't cover the run.
Scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 50. Check 50. Hey, alert 33. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
I couldn't find Russell Wilson for running around like a fucking asshole. I put a spy on him, and I still couldn't do shit.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Is y'all's update done?
Cowboys lead the Giants 16-15. Ain't Corey a Cowboys fan? Gross. Man, fuck the Cowboys. And Prescott.
Yeah, I ain't playing Madden, bro. Yeah, no, I told y'all that from the jump. I just wanted to watch Curtis and Jonathan. I told y'all I don't fuck with Madden.
Yeah, we can.
Wait, we can't watch though.
Curtis,
No, y'all don't get to play.
Curtis, you got Twitch? Yeah, you should be straight then. You should be able to stream.
What the fuck is my eye itching? Fuck.
Right, but we know the trend that's been set in terms of how these have gone. So the Giants are challenging the ruling on the field that there was no DPI. They're hoping to create the penalty by way of the challenge.
Yeah, just keep in mind when they come out of this that it has to be clear and obvious. There has to be visual evidence. Significantly hindered. Based on 8-9 weeks of football, this is going to stand.
There have been 51 coaches' challenges this year. 5 of them have gone the other way.
John Perry, I love all those words you use, clear and obvious. Some of the other words, like all those big words you use, it just probably means that you said it's going to stand.
It is going to stand. It is pass interference. He does get there a little bit early. In real time, officials are going to go